This program was created specifically for parents and caregivers of children and youth with fetal alcohol spectrum disorder, and we hope that you find it informative and that it motivates you to continue your family's participation in education opportunities. Today's program is a recorded version of a workshop which we run at Surrey Place in Toronto, Ontario. What you should walk away with today is being aware of the benefits of taking care of yourself as a parent caregiver, informed of how the brain is different in a person with fetal alcohol spectrum disorder, active in identifying your child's strengths, and engaged with your child with supportive collaborative strategies. What is fetal alcohol spectrum disorder? What is FASD? At Surrey Place, we describe FASD as a range of effects that can occur in an individual exposed to alcohol before birth. These effects may include a wide variety of physical, intellectual, and neurobehavioral deficits. On the website FASD1, that's FASD Ontario Network of Expertise, they describe FASD as a brain-based and therefore invisible injury. So they're describing it as a brain injury. While individuals may share common features, every individual is unique with their own strengths and challenges. 3 things to keep in mind about FASD is that it is a lifelong disorder, it does require lifelong support, and it does not go away. That's not to say that individuals with FASD can't lead an active, productive, and healthy life with our support. We recommend that you watch a video titled Prenatal Alcohol Exposure and the Developing Brain, and this was produced by the Edmonton Regional Learning Consortium, the ERLC. It is a short 7-minute video that succinctly describes the effects of prenatal alcohol exposure on the developing brain during pregnancy and how that can manifest itself in the child's life later on in terms of behavior and learning.
Let's next look at the rates of fetal alcohol spectrum disorder. According to recent research, approximately 2 to 3% of children aged 7 to 9 have FASD in Ontario. So FASD affects families and individuals from all walks of life, and it's not based on any socioeconomic factors. Something else to note is that rates may actually be higher as not all individuals living with FASD have been diagnosed or will be diagnosed. These are the current Canadian diagnostic guidelines. You may have seen previous guidelines in the past, but these are the current guidelines that we follow in Canada. So there are 2 diagnoses available. First is fetal alcohol spectrum disorder with sentinel facial features, and the second is fetal alcohol spectrum disorder without sentinel facial features. So in following on what sentinel facial features are, basically it's what characteristics are associated with FASD. So only 14% of people with FASD actually have recognizable facial features. And this is because the facial features only occur if prenatal alcohol exposure happened between days 18 and 21 of a pregnancy. So days 18 to 21 is when the face is forming, and so if there is no alcohol exposure during that time, there will not be any sentinel facial features. Also, facial features become less noticeable as an individual becomes older. So you may be seeing those noticeable facial features in younger children versus older adults. So what are sentinel facial features that are associated with FASD? Well, there are 3. So the first is short, palpable fissures. The second is a smooth filter. And the third is a thin upper lip. So Short palpable fissures basically means a short distance between or across the eye, as noted in this picture. A smooth philtrum is basically flattened or a smooth groove. It's a vertical groove between the nose and the upper lip. And if you look at the picture, it seems a little smoother than typical. And the third being a thin upper lip.
Your feedback is very important to us. Please take a moment to complete the survey. Thank you very, very much for listening to the presentation. We hope that you found it helpful.